So our organization has been around for 12 years now, working exclusively on juvenile justice reform, alternatives to incarceration, and improving conditions of detention for youth who are incarcerated. And our work started out in Mexico and has, many years of experience in Mexico. At this point, our work, and said I will go into detail on kind of how our work has expanded and where it has expanded to, but we are now doing work on the ground in multiple countries in the Americas, and as well as doing work at the international level. Our mission as an organization is to minimize the use of the deprivation of liberty for children who are in conflict with the law, and we use policy advocacy, technical assistance, training, really working with local governments to create reform, as well as community engagement, family engagement, and youth participation to transform the youth justice system. As I mentioned, we have a lot of changes that our organization has undergone in the last year or so, but in the midst of that, there has also been a kind of sea change in the political climate that we're working in that has prompted this discussion today. And that sea change has to do with really significant political movements that are threatening a lot of the progress that has been made on alternatives to incarceration for youth and just a climate that looks at um, guaranteeing the rights of children who are in conflict with the law. Part of that has been a very practical impact on funding, and Sarai and Virginia will both talk about that impact. Part of that has been more of a political atmosphere that we're operating under, both in our work in the United States and very presently in our work in Latin America and Central America in particular. A lot of this has hit the news in the United States and around the world when it comes to the current administration deporting um, migrants to El Salvador in particular has kind of been one of the hot spots. But it isn't contained just to El Salvador, and what has gone on that has provided that space for people to be deported and kind of disappeared. The underlying political climate is impacting the entire criminal justice system in the region, as well as the youth justice